The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. Albert Einstein. The greatest discovery of all time is that a person can change his future by merely changing his attitude. Oprah Winfrey. Every day the clock resets, your wins don't matter. Your failures don't matter. Don't stress on what was, fight for what could be. Sean Higgins. Don't let rejection create self-doubt. The founder of Starbucks was turned down by 217 of the 242 investors he initially spoke with. Elizabeth Galbut. Everyone thinks of changing the world, but no one thinks of changing himself. Leo Tolstoy. Play to your strengths. If you aren't great at something, do more of what you're great at. Jason Lemkin. Every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. Harriet Tubman. To improve is to change. To be perfect is to change often. Winston Churchill. I can't change the direction of the wind, but I can adjust my sails to always reach my destination. Jimmy Dean. If you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. Maya Angelou. Education is the most powerful weapon, which you can use to change the world. Nelson Mandela. The secret of change is to focus all of your energy, not on fighting the old, but on building the new. Socrates. Since we cannot change reality, let us change the eyes which see reality. Nikos Kazantzakis. There is nothing permanent except change. Heraclitus. Our dilemma is that we hate change and love it at the same time. What we really want is for things to remain the same but get better. Sidney J. Harris. Change before you have to. Jack Welch. Change is the law of life, and those who look only to the past and present are certain to miss the future. John F. Kennedy. The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. Albert Einstein. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. Martin Luther King Jr. If I'd asked my customers what they wanted, they'd have said don't change anything. Henry Ford. Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. Barack Obama. I alone cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone across the waters to create many ripples. Mother Teresa. Change is inevitable. Growth is optional. John C. Maxwell. In order to change the world, you have to get your head together first. Jimi Hendrix. A small group of thoughtful people could change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. Margaret Mead. How wonderful is it that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world. Anne Frank. One child, one teacher, one pen, and one book can change the world. Malala Yousafzai. The greatest discovery of all time is that a person can change his future by merely changing his attitude. Oprah Winfrey. The price of doing the same old thing is far higher than the price of change. Bill Clinton. Don't let rejection create self-doubt. The founder of Starbucks was turned down by 217 of the 242 investors he initially spoke with. Elizabeth Galbut. Things don't have to change the world to be important. Steve Jobs. Every day the clock resets, your wins don't matter. Your failures don't matter. Don't stress on what was, fight for what could be. Sean Higgins. Don't be afraid to give up the good to go for the great. John D. Rockefeller. What's dangerous is not to evolve. Jeff Bezos. Change in all things is sweet. Aristotle. Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced. James Baldwin. Miracles happen every day. Change your perception of what a miracle is and you'll see them all around you. John Bon Jovi. You've done it before and you can do it now. See the positive possibilities. Redirect the substantial energy of your frustration and turn it into positive, effective Unstoppable determination, Ralph Marston. Just take any step, whether small or large. And then another and repeat day after day. It may take months, maybe years. But the path to success will become clear. Aaron Ross. Keep your face to the sunshine and you cannot see a shadow. Helen Keller. If your startup builds a room full of pessimists, and you have one optimist at the table, then I think you're in the wrong business. That the other way around is invaluable and necessary. David Cohen. There is nothing permanent except change. Heraclitus. If you know what you want to achieve in life, then you are more inspired to change for the better. Philip Van. Today was good. Today was fun. Tomorrow is another one. Dr. Swiss. In order to design a future of positive change, we must first become expert at changing our minds. Jake Fresco. Everyone thinks of changing the world, but no one thinks of changing himself. Leo Tolstoy. Play to your strengths. If you aren't great at something, do more of what you're great at. Jason Lemkin. You build on failure. You use it as a stepping stone. Close the door on the past. You don't try to forget the mistakes, but you don't dwell on it. You don't let it have any of your energy, or any of your time, or any of your space. Johnny Cash. Things change, and friends leave. Life doesn't stop for anybody. Stephen Chbosky. Every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. Harriet Tubman. Times and conditions change so rapidly that we must keep our aim constantly focused on the future. Walt Disney.